This month we celebrate Women's History Month. It's a time for us to recognize all the great accomplishments that women have achieved within this country. These are our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters, our nieces, our aunts. Great women who help us become the people who we are today. Women who broke down barriers, broke down all the stereotypes and said, we want better than that. History is made every single day, and these great women will continue to make it. Now, I'd like to highlight two special groups of women that are near and dear to my heart. A group of tough women that will never take no for an answer. This group of women will not just simply follow any rules or regulations or instructions set forth by whoever. This is a special group of women who not only care and nurture their children, but they care and nurture the country as well. I am talking about our female veterans and the mothers of people who go and serve the country. Now, I had the honor of serving with many female veterans, and let me tell you, they are a special group of women, very tough, and they often pull double duty. While deployed in Iraq, they FaceTime with their children, look at the pictures that their children drew them, read bedtime stories to their children. And then after all of that is done, they put on that 50 pounds of gear, grab their M4, and they're ready to go defend their country. And just like their children feel that nurture, that love, that care, we feel that as a country now. And the second group of women, the mothers of our service members. Those mothers who watch us grow up, kiss our boo-boos when we fall off of our bikes, who cheer for us at football games, who drive us to and from soccer practice, who watch their son or daughter become an adult and go off to serve their country. Those brave mothers who, when their child is deployed, they're sending them cookies and packages, care packages for the whole platoon. Those mothers who deploy as well as their child. Now, I'd like to highlight a special military mother, my mother. Now, this is my mother, but I'm pretty sure there are going to be many other stories out there like this one. So if you have one, please share. I deployed when I was 19 years old in 2006. Now, I'm my mom's only boy and I'm her oldest child. So in 2006, when I deployed, she was real worried about me. But I told her, Mom, you did a great job raising me. You know, Rochester is tough. I grew up in a tough city. You don't have to worry about anything. And I made her feel like I was going to be okay. And this was in 2006, during the height of the war in Iraq, where things were looking real bad. And I said, Mom, whatever you do, please don't watch the news. When I deployed, I called as much as I could. I wrote letters home as much as I could. I emailed as much as I could to make sure that my mother knew I was going to be okay. And I was okay. Until June 17th, 2007. I was shot by a sniper. And when you see these big parades, when the family members come home and the service member runs to their mother or they run to their wife and they give their mom or wife a big hug, it wasn't like that for me. And during this time in 2006, 2007, 2008, many military mothers went through the same thing. Instead of hugging their son at a parade, welcoming them back into the States, they met their child in a hospital bed. And that's what my mother did. But in the hospital, I made sure that she knew I was going to be okay. But doing her job as a great woman and as a great military mother, once again, she nurtured me back to health. And it was as if I was a child all over again. She made sure that I could feed myself, and if I couldn't, she would do it for me. She would help me transition from the bed onto the bathroom or onto the little portable toilet that was next to my bed, which is very embarrassing, by the way. She watched me take my first steps in physical therapy all over again. And while I was in the hospital, we met many military mothers who went through the same thing. And my mom developed bonds with these other military mothers, saying, hey, my son went through this, my daughter went through this as well. And there was just this camaraderie between the mothers of these servicemen and women who were injured. And with my mother, when I got out of the hospital, I used to play a prank on her. I used to stand at the top of the stairs, and I would have my crutches in my hand, and I would throw them down the stairs, and she would come running. Oh my God, Junior, are you okay? And I would limp down to the bottom of the stairs, and we would both just sit there and laugh. And in that moment, she knew that her son was going to be okay. There's a lot of military mothers at the time who had stories just like that. There were even more military mothers who were actively deployed who spent up to 15 months away from their children. And on many combat missions with me, they would tell me, oh man, their good luck charm would be that turkey that their son or their daughter drew for them for Thanksgiving. Or that special Christmas ornament that their child made just for them while they deployed, that they would kiss before they rolled out the gate every single mission. And that's what makes these military women so special. They care for their child, and they care for their country, and they go out there and they defend America as well as best they can to make sure that no harm comes back to their child back in the States. And that's what makes these women so special, because years ago, decades ago, this wasn't possible. Women weren't able to serve. Not doing what we did during 2006, 2007, 2008. But these women continue to break these barriers every single day. Now, she's going to kill me for this, but this is my little sister, Bria. This is her. She was about 6 or 7 years old. And when I was in the Army, she looked up to me, and I used to pick her up from school, and all her friends would say, your brother's in the Army? And I can just see how much that meant to her. This is my sister Bria now. 19 years old and basic training to be a combat engineer in the United States Army. And I couldn't be any more prouder of her than I am right now. For my sister, another great woman, to make something of herself and serve in the United States Army. Now, the service members go on multiple deployments, and now my mom, she has to be a military mother all over again. But she had great practice with me, so I think she's ready for it. But to all of our female service members and to all the mothers of our service members who are serving here and abroad, happy Women's History Month. Continue to break down barriers, and all of our female veterans, get home safe.